Welcome everyone to Tinson Talks. I am Tinson, and here we have Rieka, one of my best friends here today. Welcome.
Woot woot. Thank you.
We are on our exploration of self-love, which is why we got this card deck from the We're Not Really Strangers company. So let's get started. There are 3 different levels: past, present, future. There's also going to be some wild cards. Ooh. And some and a final card. Today we're going to focus on level 1, the past. When have you felt like you needed to be tough?
When have I felt like I needed to be tough? Well, do you want to answer that, or do you want me to go first?
Ooh, okay. I'll go first on this one.
Okay, perfect.
I felt like I needed to be tough when the moments when I felt insignificant. And more often than so, it's always been a power dynamic. Whether it be race, whether it be status of education, age. Sometimes as a young professional, I feel like people view us as inexperienced and uneducated, but that is not the case because we too have gone through the education system. We too have a lot to say. We have some fresh ideas. And so when I had to advocate for myself, because of all of these different criteria, uh, that's when I had to put on that shield like an armadillo. How about you?
Armadillo. So in the times that I felt like I needed to be strong, is that what the question was again?
When have you felt like you needed to be tough?
Tough. I think anytime I felt unsafe. The different parts of me kind of come together to protect me. So when I've had to be tough, or I become really, in a way, reserved, hyper focused, one directional, almost non forgiving in times, but that only has come out when I do not feel safe. Mm-hmm. And so in the past, present, and probably in the future as well, the times when I feel like I need to be tough are the ones when I do not feel safe.
This one says, what is difficult to forgive yourself for?
Ooh, you can go first.
Okay.
What is difficult to forgive yourself for? Okay, you can go first.
I think it's difficult to forgive myself for all of the miscommunication that I've experienced that has resulted in breakups. That includes friendships, that includes family relationships, that we can even put colleagues into the mix. Just miscommunication. And I can't seem to forgive myself for that.
Yeah, but, sometimes you can try to communicate all you can, but you only can do what you knew in the moment. So, so this question is kind of hard to reflect on because I am in the continual process of don't should on myself, right? So, when those kind of situations come up, I always try to I only did the best with what I could with what I knew. And if I didn't, in that moment, I still chose what I felt was best for me, even if it wasn't a good outcome. So I guess it's hard for me to forgive myself for some of the choices that I've made, knowing the negative outcome, but still in those moments, choosing those things and, inadvertently choosing that negative outcome.
Look at our self-awareness. Yes. What's one thing you did right?
What's one thing you did right? Okay, do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
Why don't you go first?
Okay. Nervous chuckle, sorry. For you guys who don't know, I'm going to probably have a lot of those nervous chuckles. But one thing I did right was get my education. I don't care what anyone can tell you what they say, whether your education is a technical degree or more, collegiate degree. But get training in something because, I was always taught one thing they can never take away from you is your mind.
Yes.
They can take everything else you have physically, but they can't take your mind. And so, we know there's some things out there now where they probably can, but seriously. Alright, but getting my education, I do not regret doing that and all the connections that I've made and how we met and all the ways that I grew socially with my understanding of others and myself. That's one thing I did right.
I love
what about
that.
you, Tinson?
One thing I did right was choosing to move when it was time for me to grow, whether it be professionally, whether it would be selfishly. I think it just boils down to who am I going to be in the future, and I don't want to settle for anything less than who I am.
I like it, yes!
When was the last time you impressed yourself?
When was the last time I impressed myself? Honestly, every day. So I would say today I impressed myself.
I love that answer.
Like, not to be like, in all seriousness, every day I cut myself short a lot. Self-reflection is always something that every human has to do. Sometimes, I can over self-reflect. And then in those days when I get things done and I sit back, I'm like, oh, wow, I really did all of this. So that was today. And then yesterday there was one time where someone was kind of talking about all that I've done so far in my life. And I was just like,
Gold star.
right on the nose, right in the forehead, right? Like, I deserve a cookie. Like, what? It's just crazy. And so I try to sit back and reflect and impress myself every day with something. None doesn't always happen, of course, but today was a good day, and then yesterday was a very good day. I was impressed by everything that I got there. So,
yes.
What about you?
Let's see. When was the last time I impressed myself? Tonight, actually, I had a dinner with several orchestra members, and we had some great conversations. One of the members told me that I played really well and invited me to think about having different ensembles in the orchestra, and that really, really took me aback because oftentimes I belittle myself in my musicality, and so for other people to invalidate that, and yeah, once they said that, you play well. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, we are our own biggest critics. I second that. But you are an amazing artist, so violinist and musician.
Ooh, this one is a wild card, Rieka.
You're making me nervous.
This one says, look at a photo of yourself as a child. What do you see? A photo? Let me dig through my photos. I don't think I have a photo of myself as a child. A child meaning like last year?
Let me see if I got one.
Oh, I have one. Oh, yes. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not gonna show the person next to me, but this was, I think, in kindergarten. I
You were nothing but legs.
I really was. And so this was during field day. Kindergarten, I believe, at the end of the year.
You were nothing but
I
legs.
was running for my life from something or someone. Maybe I was running away from the activity, but I was having my best and worst day of my life.
That's so funny. That's so funny. I'm gonna send you one so you can show it.
Okay. Oh, cute.
I see my personality.
Mm-hmm. I see that too. That big smile.
Yes, that's so embarrassing because I just had one on my face when you pulled it up. You know that was me.
Yes.
But I see a happy child.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That discoloration in the photo makes me look a little scary, but
we love the innocence, the happiness.
yes, the dress, I had on the socks.
Love
That's
it.
funny.